ISO 15189 relates to medical laboratories. There are different benefits that an organization can benefit from when having such accreditation, and perhaps the first and most important benefit is that you will be able to provide recognized medical laboratory tests. Okay, so this will invariably help you to tap into different markets. Apart from that, your organization will also be operating within its legal requirements, and therefore you will reduce the risk of working in a non-compliant way. You will also be able to lower your overall operating costs, because during this implementation process, we will be identifying the key activities run within your organization to perform medical tests, and by looking at such processes, we can identify areas for improvement that will enable your organization to run in a more efficient way. Therefore, through this accreditation, you're going to make sure that you are working within legal requirements, that you are able to provide globally recognized medical laboratory tests, and that you're going to work in a more efficient, in a way that reduces any risks relating to your organization. All of this will mean that your staff will have an increased morale, because they will feel that they are working with a serious lab that is accredited to do the relevant tests that are done by the organization. And this type of accreditation is therefore relevant only to companies who do medical tests. Okay? If your company does these types of tests and you are seeking this accreditation, currently there are some amazing funding opportunities by the government of Malta who can help you to implement this type of management system within your organization. And in the implementation process, before actually starting with the implementation, the first step that we would do together would be to first of all identify whether I can help your organization to actually implement this type of management system, and I will also explain the type of funding opportunities available right now, and I will be able to explain which funding opportunity is best suiting to the needs of your organization, and I will be able to give you the exact amount of funding that you might be eligible to. Once you receive the grant agreement from the government of Malta to cover this type of implementation, then we can start with the implementation process, whereby the first step is that of mapping out the activities that you are doing right now as a laboratory. We will then compare to your current activities to the actual requirements of the ISO 15189 standard, and through that we will be able to identify a gap between what you are doing to what you should be doing to meet the requirements of the standard. This gap will give us an action plan, a list of items that we will need to follow when doing the implementation. And this means that we would need then to update the systems within your company and to train the relevant people to make sure that they are following the systems as required by this international standard. When we are convinced that your laboratory is meeting the requirements of ISO 15189, then we will move ahead and do an internal audit. In this internal audit, we will take random samples of tests that you have done with actual patients, and we will make sure that all systems have been followed successfully from start to finish, to make sure that all the requirements are actually being met. Once that is done, then you can talk with the accreditation body who will be able to perform their process to grant you your ISO 15189 accreditation. If this is something that you think that your medical laboratory can benefit from, please read more information on this page, and you can also go on the ISO certification page to see the implementation process that we would follow when implementing such standard within your organization. If you feel that I can help your organization to reach new heights and get accredited to the standard, please feel free to get in touch. I would love to help you to get this accreditation. Thank you so much.